Coming up on golfdestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda, we visit Hopkinton Country Club in Hopkinton, Massachusetts, and Shining Rock Golf Club in Northbridge, Massachusetts. These two golf courses are considered two of the best in Central Mass. Stay tuned because golfdestination.tv starts right now. Welcome to golfdestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda. I'm Chantel McCabe. Right now we're here at the beautiful Hopkinton Country Club in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. This private club offers fantastic amenities for its members and the flexibility to play at different clubs around New England. General Manager Tim Gordon tells us more.
I think what really separates us from our peers in Western and this Metro West area is the vitality of our membership. It's really the members that make the club. And we're very fortunate to have a very active and relatively young membership who brings their family and enjoys the club as a family unit. And we really specialize in doing that. It's always when people come in, they say they have the most fun, and we have the most fun-loving membership of any club in the area. And it's just a much more vital kind of place for them to be members. Our goal was to create a clubhouse that matched the golf course. On the golf course, we were trying to replicate a 1920s, 1930s style golf course and give it a sense that it had been here, a sense of permanence. It's really a joy sometimes to have people come in and think that the building might have been constructed 50 years ago. It just conveys a sense of ageless design. Inside the clubhouse, we have a number of amenities that we think are well suited to today's member. We have a nice exercise room. We have lovely locker rooms, cherry paneled locker rooms with steam and all the goodies in there. We have a great casual dining restaurant. We have 2 additional rooms that members and the outside public sometimes can use for special events. It's our library room. We have a ballroom that seats approximately 150 people. We have a wonderful pro shop with every major line of equipment represented. We have the 3-day member guest coming up, which is a big event. So there's tournaments on the weekends and league play during the week. In addition to golf, the club offers a Olympic-sized swimming pool, outdoor tennis courts. We do wine dinners, we'll do carnivals at the pool. We really try hard to program this place so that there's an offering for almost everybody. I think the Freedom Golf Trail is probably one of the things that really separates us from the pack. We started this program 3 years ago, which now offers up to 6 different courses that members here at the club can play as part of their membership here at Hopkinton. You can go down to the coast of Rhode Island, down to Quidnesset. You can go up to the coast of Maine and visit Cape Nettic Golf Club up there, and there's a few other courses in the area, along with our sister club, Shining Rock. Members really enjoy that. Here at Hopkinton, we've really made our mark on being innovative in our programming, embracing the entire family and trying to welcome everyone.
David Lane is the PGA professional here at the Hopkinton Country Club. Now he'll tell us everything we need to know about this terrific course.
Very friendly experience. I think it's a very playable golf course. There's some blind holes on the backside, so it probably takes a couple of rounds to get really comfortable with the golf course, but the greens are small, conditions are very good, but obviously accuracy off the tee is vital, very important to be able to score. The length of the golf course is not encompassing. It's 6,600 yards from the back tees and about 6,400 from the green tee, so it's very playable yardage-wise, but it's very important to drive the ball and play, and for a lot of the longer hitters, it'd be a lot of hybrids and some 3-woods on several of the holes. The challenge is definitely off the tee to get the ball in the fairway because the greens are very small. Most of them average just over 4,000 square feet, so if you start straying, you get into the trees and the rough is pretty thick, and then it makes it all that much harder to hit the greens, and then you're just kind of on the bogey train, so to speak. there are several holes from the black tees that get out there with length, so the long holes are pretty long. We got a 470-yard par 4 and 17, and 13 plays 450 yards from the back tee, so we do have some holes with some very good length on them. There is a little bit of course knowledge here where the ball tends to break away from the clubhouse. The clubhouse is at the highest point here. It's very symmetrical in the middle of the golf course, so it's everything has a tendency to break a little bit more away from the clubhouse than what it may appear. So there is a little course knowledge here. Might take a few rounds to kind of see that, but all the breaks are fairly settled. The speed of the greens get pretty quick, and there's some pretty good slope, most of them all back to front. There is a little bit of subtle breaks. Everything tends to move a little bit away from the clubhouse no matter where you are, 360 degrees around the golf course. We have a little bit of water. It doesn't come into play a lot. I think the fifth hole, one of our signature holes here, definitely has a pond left short of the green here that is very challenging, because if you play away from it, bailing out to the right is usually even worse. You end up over in the trees, and it's a very tough pitch shot, a chip shot. You usually end up making 4 or 5, so you really have to challenge the pond on the left side here to really play the hole properly. Other than that, there's just a few brooks that kind of meander into play a little bit, but nothing really that encompassing that's going to kind of take you off your game. It's more a tree-lined parkland golf course that you kind of can see where the fairway is off the tee most of the time, and it's more tree-lined.
Coming up, PGA professional David Lane returns to highlight other holes at Hopkinton, and we talk to members of the club. Plus later, we visit Shining Rock Golf Club, Hopkinton's sister course. When GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda, returns.
This segment of GolfDestination.tv is brought to you by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda and their new Dark and Stormy cocktail in the trendy 8.4-ounce can, ready to drink. Things could get wild.
Welcome back to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda. I'm Chantel McCabe. David Lane now rejoins us to explain some of these holes here at Hopkinton Country Club.
17 is our most challenging hole. It's a dogleg left, and the fairway kind of pitches a little bit left to right, so it makes it a little challenging. From the back tees, it's 470 yards, and it's a dogleg left with the fairway banking a little bit to the right, so it usually kicks the tee shot away from the hole to get to about 200 or 210 yards. It takes a very good tee shot. You got to hit driver from the back tee. That leaves an uphill 210-yard shot to a fairly small green, about 4,500 square feet. It's fairly tight, and it's got good length. It's got some room off the tee if you bail out to the right, but then that'll leave you a 230, 240-yard shot into the green, which makes it very difficult. The par 3s here at Hopkinton Country Club are very balanced. I think the fifth hole is most difficult. It's 235 yards from the back tee, and it's over pond, fairly slim green, so it plays very difficult. It's definitely our hardest hole. 11 and 8 are fairly balanced. They play about 180 yards from the back tee. 8 does. 11's a little bit shorter. They get a pretty good pitch back to front. And then the 16th hole is a short hole. It's 135 yards from the back tees. We like to call it an island green without the water. It's a very small green that's kind of pitched up. There is no water on the hole. However, if you do miss the green, it's very, very difficult to get the ball up and down. It's a fairly small green. It's about 4,200 square feet. It's two-tiered, and it's a challenge unto itself. We have some length on this fifth hole here, again at 235 yards, and we have a small hole on 16 that's only 135 yards, but they both can play very difficult. So I like to think we have a lot of balance here on our par 3s. I'd say my favorite hole in the course is 18. I think it's a beautiful hole coming up the hill. It plays 396 yards from the back tee, but actually plays probably 30 yards long on that. I feel it plays about 430 yards from the back tees and about 395 yards from the forward tees. It's got a brook out there at about 290 yards from the back tees. Plays uphill, the second shot's uphill. It's a slight dogleg to the left, fairly narrow off the tee. It's a really, really nice finishing hole, good sized green. You can tuck the pin in the back left corner to really make it a challenging second shot. Again, the second shot plays a little longer uphill as well, so it's a great, great finishing hole. Long, tall pine trees off the tee that really frame it really well. It's a great hole.
Thanks, David. Now let's hear from some of the members here at Hopkinton Country Club.
The interesting thing about Hopkinton Country Club is, although it's not the longest course out there, it really does demand some accurate shot making. So given that we have 3 different sets of tee complexes, you can choose to play at a variety of lengths, and you can be guaranteed that you'll always have a challenge on your hands.
Very friendly. It's the type of place where you can put your name on the tee sheet and anybody will play with anyone. Very friendly, and it's very family oriented. So on Saturdays we have times that are reserved that you can bring your kids even if they're not members, and you can go out and play the golf course.
Everything we do at the club is geared towards families, and you see that whether it's on the golf course, in the grill room, or down at the pool. You'll always see families and kids around the grounds. I really can't tell you how many new friends I've made since I joined the club, and those have proved to be lasting friendships for 5 years and counting now. So I'm looking forward to many more years here.
Well, we finished up here at Hopkinton Country Club, but we're not done yet. Next, we head over to their sister course, Shining Rock Golf Club in Northbridge, Massachusetts. We think you'll be impressed by this award-winning gem when GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda, continues. Welcome back to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda. I'm Chantel McCabe. Shining Rock Golf Club hasn't been around for very long, but its reputation is grown by the numerous awards it's won. Now Tim Gordon rejoins us to tell us more.
Well, the golf course has about 800 feet of elevation change from top to bottom. Across the front 9, there's several holes that terrace down over the side of the hill, looking over the Blackstone Valley. And there's a couple of forced carries over a little creek that runs down through the place. Number 4 is pretty dramatic, but it's the drama of the land and kind of the untouched nature of the area that makes it very special. Over the last few years, we were ranked number 4 in the state by Golf Magazine back in 2010. We received both in 2010 and in 2011 awards nationally, making the top 40 new golf courses in America. Just last year, we were named Best of Boston by Boston Magazine, and the local awards are very nice also. So we're very flattered. It's been an exciting time with a young golf course to come out of the box and get that much attention. We strive every day to try and deserve that praise. We have a great friendly staff. From the time you pull up to the staff bag drop, the youngsters are all there meeting you, getting your bags out. I think really it has to do with our tradition of coming out of the private club business. I think we provide a level of service that's superior, and that's what we try and focus on.
There you go, sir.
When we decided to go ahead and build the clubhouse here, we did some research and we looked at what the most popular New England foods are out there. And they're burgers and roast beef sandwiches and lobster rolls and classic New England food, just served simply and well. And that's what we feature here at the Rockdale Grill. The deck is just spectacular on the evenings, watching the sunset off to our west and having a cold beer and watching people playing up 9. It's a pretty neat place. Tee times at the Rock are available 7 days a week, online or by calling the club. We have 7-day advance reservation for our non-members. And if you like, there's even a 30-day advance window. You pay a small advance reservation fee, but you can make your tee times as far as in advance as 30 days if you have a specific date that you want to be out on. Just like Hopkinton, Shining Rock is a member of the Freedom Golf Trail. When members join here at Shining Rock, they have limited access over at Hopkinton and the other 5 courses in the system. It's just another feature that we think adds value to the overall experience. Above the service, above the great golf course, now you have a choice of up to 5 reciprocal courses. So people have really found Shining Rock to be a fun place to play. The members love it. Our guests come time and time again. You know, it's a challenging golf course, and when they come, they play it. Our favorite thing about being here is that people come to us at the end of their round and say, I'm going to come back. I think I have this figured out now. I'm going to come back and tame it. We love to see those people.
Now we turn to any PGA professional at Shining Rock, Lee Danielian, to tell us why this course is so special.
There's some intimacy here. Each hole is in and of itself. You don't see people on the other side or crossing over, anything like that, and it's a very, very pretty golf course. A lot of nice views. Ball position is important here, especially off the tees. Each hole is lined with trees on each side, and hitting it in the fairway is very, very important. The greens, too, are very, very undulated. Everything here breaks toward the Blackstone Valley. So as the ball goes up on the green, everything just goes very, very sharply to the right, and it's very quick in that direction. And we like to have them at a stimp meter of 10, which is way faster than most public golf courses, but it makes it fun. And every time some of the people come in after the 9 holes and they go, "Oh my God, these greens are unbelievable," our answer is, well, you're all set for Augusta. All these accolades we received are actually quite humbling, especially year number 1 when we were operating out of a trailer. We didn't have even a parking lot when we first got here. So I think a lot of it is the scenery. It's a pretty golf course. It's fair. Starting the second time, we always tell people for the first time, first 6 holes get your attention. After that, it becomes quite player friendly. For people that are just coming for the first time, they could look at the scorecard and be a little swayed by the yardages. It looks a little short. From our back tees, it's only 6,700 and change. But I tell them not to be misled because there are some forced carries. The way the golf course plays, we like it best when it plays fast. I think what they need to do is whatever tees they usually play, to move up 1 set of tees for the first time until they get to know it and they'll enjoy it. This is the first time I've been involved with something from the ground up. Tim did a great job getting this off the ground, and I think the people, our membership now have grown from like 50 to 130 in just 2 years. I think the people see progress. We started off in a little trailer. Our superintendent, Jack O'Donnell, had no parking lot, had no maintenance, nothing, no building. So we've come a long way from then. We now have a clubhouse that we've been in not even a year yet. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I think the people can see we enjoy it and they enjoy their day.
When we come back, Lee Danielian rejoins us to take a look at several holes you'll want to play again and again here at Shining Rock. Welcome back to GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda. I'm Chantel McCabe. Now let's take a closer look at some of the holes here at Shining Rock with the help of NEPGA professional Lee Danielian.
Hole number 2 is a very difficult par 4. It's about maybe 420 from the back. But what makes it unique is you have to hit a little bit right to left off the tee, and then your second shot, you have to hit it left to right. The green is a little bit elevated and actually runs away from you. It's one of I think, the most difficult holes on the golf course. Number 4 is a very unique hole. It seems to be the topic of everybody when they finish their round. The hole from the very back tee is only about 310 yards. However, it's a 250-yard carry to get it over this ravine that's about 60 feet deep. Just get it up over that ravine, because once it's over the ravine, the fairway rolls to the right toward the green, and it's only a 75-yard shot in from there or less. If you move up to the white tees, it's only about 175 to carry, but everyone talks about that hole. They come into the pro shop when they come back as a repeat round, and they say, "This is the ball, I'm getting over this time." That's a hole that everyone always talks about. It's a lot of fun. Number 13, from the back tee, it's a par 5. Again, through the ledges. It's a very, very pretty hole, just standing on the tee, and it's a 3-shot hole from the back tees. It goes straight out over a ravine, but that's not an issue. It's only about 150 yards to carry it. But then it winds up a hill with all the ledge on the right-hand side. It's not a hole where people go for it in 2, so you have an interesting 3rd shot, which is a little bit uphill, possibly a blind shot if you don't get high enough on the hill. A very narrow, long green this time, that again breaks to the Blackstone Valley, but it's a 2-level green. Very good hole. It's one of my favorites out here. In this day and age, all these new people are building courses where you can have a drivable par 4. Our 17th hole is such a hole where you can drive it for the longer hitters. And the ones that can't, so there's a risk-reward, but the ones that can't, they can hit their driver a 3-wood down the fairway and have under 100 yards left. The hole is only 300 yards, and from the front tee, it's like 275. But it's fun. On the left-hand side, again, it's cut through all through ledge. And it's one of our flattest greens, because our greens here are quite undulated. They're about 10 on the stimp, they're fast, and they're a lot of fun, but I think that hole's unique.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda. Until next time, I'm Chantel McCabe.